Hi, everyone, and welcome to the latest edition of Taste Test with Tim. Here at KDP, we have a portfolio that spans hot beverages to cold beverages, from dawn to dusk. And what's particularly unique is we not only make the beverages, we also make the brewers. And so for today's episode, who better to join us than our Senior Director of Product Development for our Keurig Brewers, Morgan Lombardi. Morgan, great to see you.
Great to see you, Tim. I'm excited to be here.
We've got two new brewers coming out later this year. One of those brewers is for the, let's call it space-conscious home, and the other will deliver a pretty cool premium elevated experience. And that's what this episode's going to be all about. We're going to dig into those two brewers. So for the first one, the space-conscious mini brewer, let's actually, where is the brewer, Morgan?
Well, although this is a lovely bag, that's not all. Tim, I am excited to share with you today K-Mini Mate, our smallest brewer yet.
Wow. Okay, Morgan, so here we've got the lineup of the new K-Mini Mate. Tell us about this great new brewer.
Well, we're very excited. The K-Mini Mate is not only our smallest brewer yet, but we've really spent a lot of time to understand all of the needs of the consumer to make sure, as we're thinking about small, why is it important to the consumer? And it all stems back to nobody's getting more kitchen counter space. Honestly, we're all trying to put more and more. And so having a nice streamlined brewer on the countertop is becoming critical for every consumer. And of course, just the lovely design, that really makes it come to life.
In addition to the small profile, which is evident, the other thing that really pops for me is first the color, right? These are cool colors. I think this color you and your team call glamping green.
Yes. We've got our wonderful classic matte black and red rocks. All of these are just great options and fit into all kitchen decors.
The other thing you and your team talk about is this notion of a visual brand language, right? So the aesthetics, the curves, the quality interface with consumers. Talk to us about the visual brand language here for these new Keurig brewers.
We know that style is critical to every consumer. And so as we started to reimagine our new visual brand language, we wanted to make sure that we were creating this soft, sophisticated lineup. Everything from the details of just these beautiful radii to this nice, wonderful puncture mechanism that closes so softly and just it's elegant. But I think what's really great is it still has all of the features that consumers are looking for. It still accommodates a large travel mug that we know is critical to consumers who are trying to get out of the house in the morning. And it's got lovely features like these simple little pull tab and being able to brew 1 cup at a time.
So the engineering is impressive, especially to pack in all those features and benefits in such a small frame. But Morgan, the key question is, does it brew a delicious cup of coffee?
It certainly does, and I have to give credit to the engineers. Fitting all of the equipment that is inside of our larger brewers into this small little footprint, it's a really big feat to overcome. And so not only did they build a wonderful brewer, but it packs a big taste.
No doubt. It's all about taste, and this is Taste Test with Tim. So let's taste a great cup of coffee in our new Keurig Mini Mate. And I think today we're going to go with one of our best sellers, one of our iconic brands in coffee, the original donut shop. Let's just go with the traditional, regular flavor. Let's brew up a cup. All right, Morgan, let's give this a taste. That's it. That is the classic donut shop taste from this tiny brewer.
You know, it is a tiny brewer, but it's big on taste.
So that's one of the two innovations that you and your team are bringing to market later this year. The other one I'm also really excited about, and this one is really going to deliver a premium experience, an elevated experience, and it's all around this concept of crema, right? So crema, if you're a coffee aficionado, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not using the word cream, I'm actually using the word crema. And crema is that kind of velvety layer that sits on top of a rich, dark, full-bodied cup of coffee. And for the first time ever, a Keurig brewer will actually produce that crema layer. Is that right?
That is right, Tim. We're very excited to share the new K-Crema.
Okay, Morgan, so here we have it, the new Keurig K-Crema. Tell us about this great new machine.
This is very exciting. As we think about coffee quality, that's what Keurig stands for, and this really is the next evolution of that coffee quality. As we think about multi-stream and some of these other wonderful technologies, the pressure infusion now takes us to a new level to really drive that flavor, that bold, wonderful sense of aroma and taste for the consumer to enjoy.
Yeah, and you mentioned pressure. I see right here on the brewer, we've got a couple of new buttons, right? One says classic, one says pressure.
We certainly do, and that was designed for a very specific reason. We know there are multiple people in the home, and not everybody wants the same thing every time. And so what's really unique about K-Crema is now we've designed it in a way to satisfy everyone in the home. You can enjoy a classic brew, just like any of our standard Keurig coffee makers today, or you can enjoy the new pressure brew, which really delivers that wonderful frothy crema that is on not only larger cup sizes, but shots as well.
Fantastic. So I want to try this new K-Crema from a K-cup or pod perspective. What better pod to choose than one of our great licensed partners, Lavazza. And they actually have a variety here, Lavazza Super Crema. Let's give it a shot. All right, Morgan, it looks like the K-Crema did its thing. Look at that beautiful velvety layer. Let's give it a taste.
Absolutely. Mm.
Oh, yeah.
It really brings this extra kind of creamy, but it's balanced, and it brings all of these flavors through the coffee, which is great.
What a fantastic new addition to our Keurig brewer lineup here. I know you and your team occasionally reference this beautiful new crema as, what do you call it?
Oh, it's just a little layer of fancy.
A little layer of fancy. I like that, Morgan. A little layer of fancy. So thank you so much, Morgan, for what you and everyone on our Keurig brewer team does. We continue to churn out fantastic innovation, as we saw today. The smallest Keurig brewer ever in K Minimate, and a very premium experience with new K-Crema. Thanks again for all you do, and thanks for watching this episode of Taste Test with Tim.